Welcome back, folks. We're going to have the final review for week 3 with the Armchair Football League with your host, Brownie Jr. Okay, coming in first with our matchup is Suck My Dick Up versus the God of Mankind. The God of Mankind. What a tightly contested matchup this with. Suck My Dick Up with an outstanding performance from Devontae Adams and Keenan Allen, carrying his team to victory over the God of Mankind, or should we say, the fallen God. Even though Suck My Dick has spotted the God of Mankind a 0 with not replacing Aaron Jones, it just wasn't enough to overcome his dominance. This loser. What an embarrassing performance. Our next matchup, folks, is the number 1 girl versus Bed Bath and Beyond. Number 1 girl has come in clutch with using Tyreek Hill. It appears that Bed Bath & Beyond could not conquer the hill that was laid out in front of him. Even with a stellar outing from Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs, he could not dig his way out of the hole Josh Reynolds had put him in. With this, number 1 Gerv has secured their first win of the fantasy season. Moving on to our next matchup, folks, is the Gerv unit with a strong performance over the undefeated Brownie Points. It appears that Kenneth Walker is not all talk, it is walking the walk. The Brownie Points running backs look to be undercooked. Maybe next week we'll leave them in the oven for a little bit longer so they're not running through batter. With this, the Gerv unit stands undefeated, folks. What an exciting matchup that was. We'll see if the Gerv unit can keep it together for the following weeks as we progress through this fantasy football. Now, going on to our next matchup, we have Mr. Krebs versus the Dagger. It appears that the filthy Dagger forgot his knife sharpener with this week as the team was struggling to cut through the defense that they competed against, falling short on expectations. Mr. Krebs fared not much better, and it looked like Mr. Krabs was penny pitching like Mr. Krabs. Now Krebs holds on to his undefeated title in the number 1 spot in the league, folks. What a unexpected performance. Fuck off secures the first victory for themselves for the fantasy football season with a stellar performance from Kirk Cousins and Adam Thielen. Unfortunately for Sam G, Juju appears to have lost his mojo this week. Will Sam G secure a win next week? 0-3. The Mud Dogs have found some footing in the swamp. They started themselves another 0-2. With Lamar Jackson putting on the muck boots and shouting them way out of the swamp. His team had a stellar performance, holding on to a slim lead going into Monday night. The Steel Curtain falling short of expectations with Matthew Stafford felling. Whew. The Mud Dogs secure their first win. Ooh, ooh, way to go, Dogs. What a week this is turning out to be, folks. This is an amazingly tight race for the fantasy football playoffs. We just can't wait. We'll never know who's gonna come out on top. let's go over the final standings, where we sit after this week. Give me a second. The standings appear as such. Suck My Dicka is actually the number one with more points. Coming into his Gerv unit. And then 3 is Mr. Krebs. Krebs has fallen from grace. He was holding on to that number 1 spot. Then number 4, we got the brownie points. 5 Filthy Daggers. 6 the God of Mankind. 7 Fuck Off. 8 the Still Curtain. 11 the Mud Dogs. Number 10, number 1 Gerv. 11 Bed Bath and Beyond. And then holding in the 12th spot is Sam G. Alright, folks, that's gonna do it for the Armchair Football League review this week. Signing out is yours truly, Brownie Jr.